So we're going to look at one of the ways that we can adjust a photograph. One of them is called brightness and contrast. When you open up your picture by the directions you've been given on the document, I'm going to now invite you to bring your toolbox in and probably double it up a little bit. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to also ask you to bring your layers out slightly, and we're going to bring properties sort of underneath that. Those are the ones that we're going to kind of hit the most right now at this moment. All right, so down here at the bottom, you'll notice that there's a box hovering underneath the photo. This is called the contextual taskbar. All right, this taskbar guides us to other things that we can do with this object. And it changes depending on what tools we're currently using. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to ask that you select the rectangle marquee tool. We're going to draw a marquee around half of the picture. So I'm looking up here at my ruler. It's around 14 inches at the top. Here we go. And I'm going to stop. So I've outlined half of the photo. We're going to work with brightness and contrast, and I'll kind of talk a little bit about those here in just a moment, respectively. We can get to brightness and contrast two different ways. One way is down here in the contextual taskbar. That's hard to say. We'll just call it the taskbar. There is a half and half kind of yin yang kind of cookie. When you hover over it, it will then allow you to click on it. And over here in the adjustments tab, something shows up. We have pictures of all different kinds of options to adjust the picture with. We're going to click on brightness and contrast. All right. When we click on brightness and contrast, something else pops up in the properties panel, brightness and contrast. So brightness actually means when you are changing all of the pixels and values in the photograph at the same time. All the dark pixels and all of the light pixels are all going to get changed. Look at the difference from the right side that's original to all the pixels that we are lightening uniformly on the left. So this messes with all the pixels. Okay. Contrast deals with taking the lighter pixels and either making them lighter over here, or let's say brighter, or it's taking the darker pixels and making them maybe a little bit darker in some areas. So you can mess with this at any point. Just find a point where you think it's kind of nice and sharp looking. There's a nice contrast, some brightness, but it's not too bright, right? That's too bright. And find some place to land, and there you go. All right. At this point, I'm going to invite you to go up and save. So we're going to do File, Save As. There to go. There we go. And we're going to go and save it as a Photoshop document first. Okay, that's the first option, right? Put your name somewhere in the title. And you're going to save that to your Google Drive Lessons folder. The second thing we're going to do is go File, Export. This is the same as in Illustrator. Quick export as a PNG, right? Again, put your name on it and make sure it's going into your folder for lessons. All right, thanks. Move on down the instructions.